Hello and welcome to CIS 4510 IT Project Management. In this session, we will continue our discussion about projects and project management. And as we saw, project can be the result of daily operations within an organization. Operations are an organizational function performing the ongoing execution of activities to produce a product or a service. Operation can be production, manufacturing, accounting, and many other things within the organization. Operations require business process management or operations management. Operations might include a project or multiple projects and at different phases. This slide shows some examples on project management and operations management intersection points. For example, operations and projects might overlap at each closeout phase. At that phase, maybe we need at the end of the phase, we need to improve or change something. When developing a new product or upgrading a product or expanding outputs, if we have a new product, then we have to set up new machine and new network, new equipment, and that will involve lots of information technology and lots of connections with the other system and the integration of these systems with the existing systems. An improvement of operations or the product development process or until the disposal of the operations at the end of the product life cycle. So all these could involve projects within them. So those are operations, but within that we might need projects or that will trigger projects that can be managed by IT project manager. In these cases, a project manager will be assigned to manage the initiated project. The project manager is defined in this case as the person assigned by the performing organization to achieve project objectives. There is a big difference between project managers and functional managers. Functional manager focuses on providing the project managers with the sources needed to achieve the project objectives. If the resources or skills are not available in-house, it will be the job of the functional manager to hire new people or train existing employees to complete project activities. The operations manager, on the other hand, is the person who will run day-to-day operations of an organization or a business. In small companies, the functional manager and the operations manager might be the same person. Project managers should know about the project requirements, and have vast experience in the area where the project is implemented or will be executed. In addition, the project manager has to be efficient, pay attention to details, can finish within time and within budget, and with the required quality. And last but not least, the project manager should have interpersonal communication skills, showing the ability to communicate and manage all involved stakeholders. One of the common IT projects that will be surrounded with risk and uncertainty is software development. Whether developing a computer application or operating system or a management system or a mobile application or even a game, lots of assumptions, limitations, and constraints will be involved, leading to the risk of running over budget and being behind schedule. In many cases, the entire project, before ever delivering an application, it can fail and will never deliver. Software projects can often get out of control to become runway systems that far exceed original budget and the scheduled projection or estimated schedule. With an effective project management software development can be under control. Software development should be executed properly according to customer requirements and the developer design. Software is designed and developed to ensure that it's maintainable and extensible. Designers should make sure that it's easy to install and easy to use. Any IT project, including software development, have the following phases. First, we initiate the project. So that's the initiation stage or phase. Then we plan on how are we going to use the resources to execute, to do everything to accomplish the main goal through the different activities within schedule and within budget. We plan for communication, we plan for procurement, we plan for risk, we plan for the change management in this project. Then we start the execution process. With the initiation, planning, and execution, there has to be monitoring and control. We can monitor the activities to make sure that they are finished in time and they are completed within budget. So we have the tools and techniques that will be used to monitor and control. If any changes happen or anything happens during the execution of the project, then adjustments has to be made. And once we are done, we deliver everything to the customer and we finish and close the project. To manage software development, certain methodologies can be used, such as waterfall, agile, spiral, and prototyping. The waterfall methodology employs a sequential top-down approach to IT project management with the goal of eliminating risk and uncertainty upfront. You should not be able to move to the next phase until you are done with the problems or you deal with the problems and uncertainties in the previous stage. Actually, project managers strive to eliminate risk and uncertainty by outlining all the steps in a project and defining its scope, budget, and schedule upfront. And that's the waterfall methodology. Now, another methodology is agile, which is a change-driven approach that gives IT project teams the dynamics or the dynamic ability to quickly adapt to needed changes or course corrections. The table on this slide compares the waterfall and agile methodologies. The table shows that agile is a short term with more interaction with the customer, which will provide a short term of discovering the problems, dealing with these problems, and the implementation process. Using the agile methodology with these short term concepts will reduce the risk and increase the ability to respond to any change. Since each software development methodology has its advantage, some software projects or project teams would like to use a hybrid approach. And again, what we mentioned was the waterfall and the agile, but we can also talk about the spiral, and the spiral is also, goes with the same steps, but with many iteration, where it goes in spiral, and we add every time we release the software package, we add another functions and we release again for more testing and more evaluation. Then we add additional functions and release again. An IT project manager should be aware of the software development elements or artifacts, which includes the software code, requirements specifications, design documents, user help texts, test cases, reference manuals, and other materials created to support the code. Some artifacts can be considered as project deliverables, and other can be developed for internal use only to support the software development itself or the process itself. The core activities of software development are requirement analysis, functional specifications, the architecture, the construction, design, testing, debugging, deployment, and maintenance. So when you check on the software development stages or phases or activities, you can see that, for example, within the initiation, you will see some of those steps that's being performed or activities. Within the planning, some other activities. Within the execution, other activities, and so on. So you can see that to develop a software, we need those activities, those steps. And based on that, I can assign the resources that I have within the company. And if I don't have, I can recruit. And if I don't want to recruit, then I can outsource those phases or those stages to contractor to get each stage or each task done. A software engineer can be involved in the design, development, testing, and implementation of the software package. Software engineering is the art and science of developing and applying a body of knowledge and methods to the creation and support of software specifications and functional requirements. The user needs will be the software requirements, which can be translated into design specifications. The design will be the blueprint, which will assist in translating the requirements into code. Once we have the design, the code will be developed, then integrated, then tested. The process of developing the software will be based on one of the methodologies that we stated previously to do that. After the testing, an initial version will be released for a review. Again, that will be depend on what methodology did we use, but it will be released for review, evaluation, and feedback. Then go back through the same process again and again until it's done. So that's just an example of an IT project, which was the software development with different methodologies, different approaches, and the different activities within that project. But again, there are many projects, there are many approaches, many ways to do this, and it will be based on which IT project you will choose to implement. That will be all for this session. If you have any questions, please use the provided channels, and I will be more than glad to assist. Thank you and have a great day.